Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is a short vinyasa practice that's designed to be like a cup of coffee in the morning. So to wake you up, to get into the hips and the spine and just feel really good. You can wear your sweats, you can put on a face mask, whatever you need. We're really gonna wake up through the body. I personally have a long run later today, kind of using this as my way to ease into the day. So, I love these nails. Okay. When you're ready, let's meet on the mat. All the way down onto the mat. And when you arrive here, I just want you to interlace your fingertips behind your head and allow the head to rest into the palms, bringing the thumbs to the soft spot at the nape of the neck. We're just gonna take a few rounds of deep conscious breath here. Taking an inhale in through the nose, feel the belly, the ribs, the chest expand. And then open mouth exhale, just softly let it go. One more round of breath like that. Inhale, find space, breathe deep. Letting the breath come all the way up to the top of the throat, behind the collarbones, feel that expansion. And then exhale, send it out. Beautiful. As you're ready, I'm gonna close this door. Yep. As you're ready, bring your knees to stack over your hips. So we want to find alignment of the knees over the hip points. Low back is glued into the mat. You can bring your fingertips to your core. Feel that low back pressing down, belly button pulls. And then from here, knees come to your fingertips, and we're just gently going to use that relationship to massage out through the low back, the lumbar spine. So kind of just waking up, feeling that regrounding through the pelvis, the sacrum, maybe moving one direction, then the other. And then we're gonna pause here. Let the left leg go long, relax it on the mat. You can either send it straight or bend at the knee. Hug the right knee outside of the rib cage, find wind removing pose. And in this posture, you have options. So as we're starting to get into the practice, this is your opportunity to take stock of what's going on in your body. What feels open, what feels tight. Maybe you're moving that knee around in circles, figure eights. But just being mindful when you do encounter an area that's a little bit sticky or textured, can you breathe into that space? Give me 2 more rounds of breath here, just gently maneuvering that right femur around in the hip socket. Beautiful. Start to hug the right knee towards the middle of the body. Walk your fingertips behind your right hamstring. On your in-breath, lengthen your right heel high towards the ceiling. Pause here. On your exhale, straighten through the leg, squeeze the quad. Inhale as you lengthen, get long through the back of the leg. Exhale, flex the right foot towards your face. One more round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, toes hug in. From here, we're gonna play around with the knee. Inhale as you hug heel in towards your glute. Exhale, drive it straight. 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, squeeze it in. Exhale, straighten through the leg, activate through the quad. One more round of breath like that. Inhale as you draw it in. Exhale, send the heel straight towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Options here, you can gently lower the knee, the leg down, or we're gonna use the strength of the core. We're lowering it for 5. Belly button pulls the spine. Find that activation here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot arrives on the ground, left knee hugs outside of the rib cage for wind removing pose. You're grabbing for the shin and gently maneuvering that knee around in space. Again, just kind of noticing what feels open, what might feel a little bit sticky. Giving yourself permission to breathe fully into that hip space. And as always, as we move for practice, I want you guys to use those moments of like glitchiness as good information, right? So a lot of times we're like, oh, it's bad that I can't do this. There's no moral assignment in yoga. It simply is what it is, and curiosity is what's going to help you get more intelligent about the body. Gently guide your knee back through center, interlace your fingers at your left hamstring. Inhale, lengthen, left heel high. Exhale, flex through the foot as you hug the toes in towards the face. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here. The inhale's helping you lengthen. The exhale, you're flexing, you're squeezing through the quad. And it's that facilitation of the strength through the front of the leg that's helping open the back. One more round of breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, let the heel come in towards the glute. Inhale, lengthen through the front of the leg. Exhale, heel hugs in. One more round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, heel hugs in. Beautiful. Lengthen through the leg. And then slowly with control, you can use your hands or not. We lower left heel to the ground for 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your heels in towards your hips. We're going to set up for bridge pose. Your heels close to your hips, reach your fingertips down. Want your heels in line with the hips. And then as you're ready, tucking the tailbone, drive your hips up high towards the ceiling. Let's find extension through the front line of the body. Drive your heels into the ground. Think about scooping them into the mat as you drive your hips high, finding this extension from your knees all the way through the hips, the chest, chin nods up, creating space in front of the chest. Let's take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you hold here. On your next round of breath, can you think about scooping the heels in towards the ground, driving the hips high? Exhale as you hold. One more full round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, come up onto your toes, spike your hips towards the ceiling. Exhale, gently roll down, upper spine, middle spine, low back, meet the mat. Gorgeous. Knees hug in towards your chest. We're going to take a rock and roll along the length of your spine. Feel free to take a few movements here. We have all this fascia in the back line of the body that gets a little bit knotted, so this can feel really nice as you come up. And we're going to come up and come into a straddle position. So you're going to bring your right foot into the inseam of the left leg. Sit tall, take an in-breath here. On your exhale, left hand comes down, right arm floats up high towards the ceiling. Maybe you press that left elbow into your thigh. We're rotating the rib cage up through the right side. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, gentle side bend towards the left. 2 more rounds of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you soften over. 1 more round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wrap the left rib cage underneath you. Open the chest towards the right. Beautiful. We're going to take a counter stretch. Right hand plants outside the right glute. Roll onto the right shin. Expand up and out. Find joyful pose. Line the head to drop back. Finding extension from the top of the left foot all the way through the crown of the head. Inhale here. Exhale as you lower down. Gorgeous. We'll switch it out. So the left foot comes in towards the right. Take an inhale as you lengthen. On your exhale, right hand or right elbow comes down. Reach the left arm high. Inhale from left hip all the way through fingertips. Exhale as you reach up and over. Think about breathing in between each individual rib on the left side. 1 more full round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale gently as you fold towards the right. Let's counter it. Rise up. Plant the left hand about 12 to 24 inches outside the left glute. Inhale into joyful pose. Expand up and out. Find that back bend as you reach up and away. Beautiful. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Transition into a tabletop on the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, find your cow pose, open the chest, keep your arms straight here. Untuck the tailbone, send the heart space forward. On your exhale, chin pulls the chest as you drive the shoulder blades high towards the ceiling. 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, open, drop the belly, draw the heart space through. Exhale, chin to chest. 1 more round of breath like that. Inhale, open. Exhale, chin to chest, find your cat pose. Beautiful. Inhale, find a neutral tabletop here. Tuck the toes. On your exhale, lift your hips up and back. Find downward facing dog. Check in. We want to spread the fingertips wide, creating an L shape with the pointer finger and the thumb. Drive your chest back towards your legs. And then I want you to bring a bend into the knees. Even if you don't need one and your heels are down, bend through the knees. Take an inhale here. Exhale, can you press the tailbone a little bit higher? 2 more rounds of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press the chest back towards the thighs. Last round of breath like that. Inhale here. Exhale as you settle in. Gorgeous. I want you to look towards the back of the mat. Start to walk your hands towards your feet. We're going to take a ragdoll pose at the top of the mat. So feet come out wide, and then I want you to create a generous bend in the knees, and instead of trying to straighten through the legs, can you hinge through the hips? So send your hip creases back, let the rib cage melt down over the tops of the thighs, grab for opposite elbows. We'll take a little space side to side. Again, we're breathing length from the hip points all the way through the crown of the head. Lengthening through the lats, through your QLs. Inhale here. Exhale, can you drop the rib cage an inch? 1 more round of breath like that. Inhale to create space. Then exhale, let it go. Hands come out in front of you. I want you to start to transfer the weight, if it's in the heel, more towards the arch of the foot. And then can you feel that subtle shift as the hip points come over the arch of the foot to bringing the weight in the balls of the feet? So we're hanging forward. Maybe you get light through the heel, and then fingertips slide up the shins. We're going to make this transition really slowly. Slide up the shins. We pull the lats back and down, and you're finding that halfway lift, getting long through the tailbone, through the crown of the head. Inhale here, press actively against the legs. Can you find that traction through the spine? Exhale, melt down, let it go. One more round of breath like that. Inhale, slide the hands up, feel that activation through the back line of the body. Exhale, melt down, let it go. Bring your hands in front of you. We're gonna walk the feet out wide, and we're gonna sink low into a yogi squat. Heels in, toes out, knees track over toes. And then I want you to lengthen through the spine. Actively press the triceps into the insides of the inner thighs. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you sink into the heels. Beautiful. One more round of breath like that. Inhale. Exhale, spill the pelvis forward, forward fold, heels come in line with the toes. From here, inhale, wide halfway lift. We're gonna sink back into your yogi squat. Exhale, sink into the heels. Inhale here. Exhale, press the triceps into the inner thighs, allow the pelvis to spill forward, forward fold. One more round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink into the heels. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Look forward, walk your fingertips forward. A couple options here. We're gonna come up on to the balls of the feet, and then I slowly want you can use your hands. We're gonna press the knees forward and come to bring shins on the mat. We're gonna find a shallow camel pose here, opening up through the front line of the body. So I want you to squeeze the glutes, align the hips over the knees, and we're gonna reach up through the crown of the head, getting long and open through the upper spine. From here, I want you to bring your fingertips to the tops of your glutes, wrap the elbows in, take an in breath here. Exhale, press the hips forward. One round of breath like that. Inhale, lift up and out of the upper spine. Exhale, press the hips forward. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna send the hips back, reach your fingertips forward. See if you can come up onto the balls of the feet, find a forward fold once more. And we're gonna roll through that a few times. So you can use your hands for support. Inhale, come up onto your toes. Exhale, knees drop in front of you. Inhale, find your version of camel. We're lifting up and out. Option to bring hands overhead. On your exhale, tuck your toes, forward fold. One more round like that. Inhale, look forward, come up onto the balls of your feet, send the knees forward, tap them down. Inhale, up and out. Maybe you take a full camel here, backstroking around. Inhale, open. Exhale, gently come back up. Sink your hips towards your heels. We'll find Balasana, traditional child's pose. Crown of the head melts down towards the floor. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale, fold, let it go. Gently, hands come underneath the shoulders. We're gonna walk your knees back, reaching fingertips forward, finding a puppy pose. Try to keep the tailbone neutral here. So usually we tuck it, but I want you to get long through the lats and try to open up through the midsection of the spine rather than just the lumbar, the low back. 2 breaths here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you settle in. One more round of breath like that. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, settle in. We're gonna close here with an inversion. So I know a lot of times that's not interpreted as being very accessible. So I want you to feel free to move to a wall. You can bring your legs up the wall, just allowing circulation to come back into the body. You can take a straddle position on the wall, totally up to you. If you have another inversion in your practice that you like, maybe headstand or forearm stand, feel free to go there. Wherever you are, we're gonna breathe here for about 5 rounds of breath. So I want you to go wherever you're gonna go and start to settle in. Take an inhale, open mouth, exhale, let it go. 4 more rounds of breath like that. Inhale to create space. Maybe an open mouth, exhale, lazily letting the breath fall down. 3 more slow, intentional rounds of breath here. And then on your next breath, slowly start to come down. If your legs are up the wall, maybe send them off to the side. We're just gonna come to a comfortable seat. Taking a moment here, hands come to the tops of the knees, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, take an inhale. And exhale, let them rock down. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. We honor this practice. It's had roots in India and North Africa. It's over 5,000 years old, and we get to share it with each other in this channel, which is so cool. Thank you so much. Namaste.